Wilson. In car 1, the defending state champion in the Tas Bearing and Chain Supplies Tirana is Jason Richards.
We've got Geordie Howe, 26.
Yep,
yeah, but
26
the old wild turkey himself.
That's him in the 26 machine. Back behind them in 29 would be Matthew Tatnall. Then we go to the 28 car of Brett Tatnall, 19 Brett Dawkins, 14 is Paul Quilleret. Haven't seen him out for a couple of meetings.
Tell you what, he drove a superb meeting at Carrick. In fact, won one of the heats up there, so he's certainly getting it all together come state final time, and that's the time to get it all together, isn't it?
Well, that's right. I mean, if you only race 2 or 3 times a year and make it a good one when you do, then you've got to be in with a show, and Paul Quilleret, as you say, proved that at Carrick last week. Coming up beside him on the outside of the 4th row is Wayne McLaughlin. I'll tell you what, looking at the field through here, there's 8 in this one, and we said any one of half a dozen or more drivers capable of winning the title, and there'd be 4 or 5 of them in this field alone.
Well, certainly the case. Billy Wilson on pole. Tell you what, he drove superbly at Carrick as well, giving everyone plenty of a run for their money in the Manions coaches machine. So, as you said, there's some quality cars in this. In fact, there's just about all of them could take it home. Of course, motor racing, you've got to be there at the end. A little bit of interest going on in the middle as they're trying to extricate Todd Reed's car. Green flag at the ready. Stand on the gas time. Bill Wilson does that, but Jason Richards does it a little bit better. Heads to the outside and rounds Wilson up heading into turn 1. He's got half a lap, half a car out in front of Bill Wilson, but Wilson trying to come back at him. Meanwhile, those couple you mentioned earlier, Brett Tatnall and Wayne McLaughlin, up into 3rd and 4th. And of course, keep your eyes on Wayne McLaughlin, and I think he's been a bit of a sleeper in this car.
Certainly, he's the big driver at the moment. He started on the outside of the back row, and he saw a split going down the back straight. He went through the middle of the pack, and he's up to 4th place, and certainly the man on the move in this one, and he's bunched up onto the back of this front bunch now. But Jason Richards, he's got a big incentive tonight, and that's to take out the title back-to-back. It's been a few years since someone's taken them back-to-back. I think Robbie Williams might have been the last one about 4 or 5 years ago.
Yes, certainly the case. Tell you what, bit of a train as they head into the highway turn again. Wilson all over the back of Jason Richards, caught napping a fraction at the start, and but certainly not lacking any speed now. Brett Tatnall trying to force a way through Bill Wilson, and Wayne McLaughlin in the Leighton Springworks car. He's just riding shotgun there at the moment. Tatnall up onto the inside of Wilson. Formation flying as they come through the pit turn. Wilson to the outside of Richards. Here comes Tatnall up on the inside. Tatnall getting the drive down. In fact, Tatnall has come out the better of this one as Jason Richards is in the sandwich. Wayne McLaughlin, I mean, where do you go if you're in Wayne McLaughlin's shoes?
Unbelievable racing. 3 wide going out of the pit turn there, and Wayne McLaughlin had a 3-car field in front of him, nowhere to go. Had to sit back in 4th place and just wait for the crumbs. But the pace appears to be a little bit slow in this first heat, but it'll certainly speed up come final time, and that's allowed Brett Tatnall in the meantime to get out from the pack there. Back behind him, Wayne McLaughlin now up on the inside of Jason Richards, but Richards gets him back down the back straight once again, heading into the highway turn, and Bill Wilson, he's still in there with a chance as well. McLaughlin gives Richards a bit of a tap on the backside as they come past the control tower now. With 6 laps to go, it's only halfway through this first heat, and already Brett Tatnall's got a handy break about 30 metres there, but Jason Richards, Wayne McLaughlin and Bill Wilson, they won't give up.
No, they certainly won't. Don't forget last year's title, Wayne McLaughlin was leading quite handsomely, but towards the end struck tyre problems. I was speaking to him earlier in the night. He said he's got the right compound sorted out for the final. He knows which tyre he's going to run. He's got a fair idea the way the track's going down, so keep an eye on this guy as he challenges for 2nd position up on the inside of Jason Richards. Looks to go for the passing move through the highway turn. Richards fights him off, and here comes Bill Wilson down low, trying to get underneath McLaughlin there in the Springworks car.
Yeah, the 4 behind have sort of spread themselves out a fair bit now, so this is where the real interest in the race is, this battle for 2nd place. And it's a 3-way war at the moment as McLaughlin moves to the outside once again, gives Richards a bit more of a tap, and pushes him out wide and opens the gate for himself now. Good move there from McLaughlin. He really intimidated Richards into making a mistake then, and that allowed him to move up into 2nd place. Now we'll see whether he's being held up with only 3 laps to go, and he may have well been too, because he's starting to get away from Richards, who may have struck a problem. He's dropping back off the pace, and he's going to head to the infield in a minute. In the meantime, Bill Wilson's found a 2nd lease of life, and he's putting pressure on Wayne McLaughlin.
Oh, he certainly is. Wilson all over the back of McLaughlin in the Bomac machine, the big orange machine. But the battle of the two orange cars. Richards to the infield with that right rear tyre gone as flat as a tack. White flag out for Brett Tatnall. Bit of a lonely race for Brett Tatnall. Struggled to get to the front there for a couple of laps. Took his time. Did so when he got to the front and just stretched away with it. McLaughlin now with a couple of car lengths back to Bill Wilson in the Menion's coach's machine. So McLaughlin, if anything, stretching a bit of a gap over Wilson. I think Wilson's probably conceded McLaughlin to get second place. So McLaughlin be very happy with the second place in that. Brett Tatnall, a great win. So finished well and truly the length of the front straight. Ahead then McLaughlin in second, Wilson in third, Brett Dawkins in fourth, Paul Quillerat in fifth, Geordie Howe sixth, Matthew Tatnall seventh.
And bad luck for Jason Richards.